So welcome to the Misfit Toys. Welcome.
Hey.
So today on the Misfit Toys, we have my gorgeous and hilarious host as always, Maria de la Ghetto, respect. And we have the fabulous power comedy couple, Miss Cassidy and Miss Asher McStains. Did I get it right? Is that?
Well, I'm Cassidy Staines.
Yeah, and I'm Asher Mack. I think if we became like a famous couple, the celebrity nickname would be McStains, though.
So remember this, all of our viewers from across the world, when you guys see McStains selling out amphitheaters, remember, you saw them first here on Misfit Toys. That's right. That's right. And we have viewers from all over the world. So if you're watching, please message us with your questions, comments. Tell us where you're at. Today we have two special guests, and it's very unique to have a female couple that is also a comedy couple. You're a comedy power couple. Please explain to our viewers, how did that happen?
It's her fault, really.
I take the blame. Yeah, so I was kind of working through a bucket list of things that I really wanted to do, but I was always like too scared or had excuses not to do them. And one of them was stand-up comedy. And we got involved in a class. I brought her along and she decided to join me. And it was just a lot of fun.
She's messing up the story. So Asher gets me to go to this class orientation with her. And I'm like, sure, supportive wife. By the end of the orientation.
Are you a lesbian couple?
Sorry, Iggy, you broke up. What was that?
Are you a lesbian couple?
Oh, yeah. We are a married lesbian couple.
So you're both cis women?
Yes.
Okay. So Seymour Butts, love that name. And Stuart Stephen Jones, also from the UK, love that name. We have our first ever cis comedy couple. Thank you guys, giving you love from San Diego. And Asher, apparently you weren't telling us the story right. So Cassidy, set it straight. I'm sorry, set it gay.
Yeah, let's be honest.
I love this. Let's be honest. Mm-hmm. Let's be honest.
Here's what really happened. She convinces me to go to this orientation, supportive wife. I'm like, sure. By the end of the class, she looks at me and she's like, will you just take the class with me?
I had a plan. But what you can't let her on early. Otherwise she wouldn't have gone.
Yeah. So then I ended up doing stand-up comedy right along with her. And then I fell in love with it. So here we are now.
I love it.
So cute.
It's really more of a menage a trois. It's us and comedy.
We gotta spice things up. Then, right? We've been together for 9 years, so you know.
You wait, what?
Yeah. We've been together for 9 years and married for.
It'll be 5 years in August.
So that's like 5 months.
Totally already knew that, but you know.
That's like 5 months in lesbian years, right?
5 months in lesbian years.
I don't know why, lesbian sex is like dog sex. It just multiply it times or divide it by 7. I don't know the math.
I think you just got gay men and dog years totally combined.
That's funny. And the opposite in the gay world. If it's, I don't even know if there is a relationships of 9 years in the gay world. So
I'm going for
2 months.
Can I get 9 minutes, please?
Relationship.
So before we keep getting deeper, I want everyone to give me the good, bad, and the ugly of what's going on. And we have Ray Turner. What's up, Ray? Respect. We love you. Thank you for tuning in. What's the good, bad, and the ugly of right now where you're at? We got Maria de la Ghetto. She's in Los Angeles. You guys are in San Diego. What's the good, bad, and ugly? Maria.
The good, I won my comedy competition. I got second place. So I was very excited about that. The good, the bad, my unborn children are clawing at my uterus with their paper thin nails. So
I'm sorry, excuse me. All I heard was vagina, nails. I got confused.
So I'm like moody and just bitchy, like more so than usual. That's also probably the ugly.
Wait, no, you said the unborn children are clawing at your vagina.
So my unborn children are clawing at my uterus with their paper thin nails. Cramp.
Asher, could you please explain this to the gay Ukrainian? What's up, Mr. Stuart Stephen Jones? Explain that to Stuart and to myself. What the heck is she talking about?
You take this one, Asher.
She's like,
I'm confused. What did she mean by that?
I think she explained it pretty well. Also, we're having a hard time hearing you, so we're not like trying to get an out on this, but
we're trying to get our volume up.
We're trying to get our volume to work.
Oh, you can't hear me or Iggy?
You cut out for a little bit.
Me? You? It's okay. It adds to the comedy. It adds to the comedy. Technical difficulties make people laugh.
We got it.
Okay.
Yeah. Here we are. So we know that you got some paper thin nails clawing at your uterus, but I don't know where that little alien came from.
Someone said it years ago. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, there it is. Okay. So someone said it years ago, and I thought it was just so hilarious because it just described it perfectly. My unborn children are clawing at my uterus with their paper thin nails. Like, can anything sound more painful? Like, let's be real. Clawing at you from the inside, just every month, just shredding you.
Yeah, which I'm pretty sure if you were a guy that's like basically just getting kicked in the balls every 5 minutes.
Right? Just a flick, I think, for them. And they're like, oh.
I know.
Okay, so I'm going to change the subject, and then Cassie and Ash tell us about your good and ugly, because that's too ugly for me.
Yeah. Okay, so I think it's easier to talk about the bad. So the bad part about COVID, quarantine, all of this jazz is I am an extreme extrovert. I get all of my energy from being around other people. And obviously I can't do that right now. So while I love spending all of my time with my wife, that actually, which is a good thing, but like, my cup is not full. I need more human interaction.
Time out. For all of our thousands of viewers that are watching, we want to fill up your cup, Cassidy. So can you please kiss your wife on camera for us and just fill up your cup? And for all the
love.
What is the good?
I know, it's like that camera at like a baseball game. It's a kiss cam.
We just got kiss cam.
I know.
Oh yeah.
So
that's the bad.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And for me, I'm a super introvert, and my problem is I can't get away from her. She's here all the She's here all the time. So like we have opposite problems. She's great though.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. So I go on a lot of solo grocery runs and walking the dogs so that we can both maintain sanity.
Right. It's for people at the grocery store, and I get my alone time.
I love it. I love it. Maria, can we jump? I want to jump the gun just a second. Okay. Can we go to the woman's splaining of the part of the show? Is that okay?
Oh, yes. I'm always for that.
My favorite part of the show. This is where you women get to woman-splain to us menses.
Menses? What?
Men's plural, menses. So I represent all of the men of the world. I am the archetype of the man right now. Let me get my staff. Wait, oh no. Where my staff is missing. I can't find it. It's okay.
Is that what he's calling it now?
Right.
Mom, where's my staff? Oh, here it goes.
They always got to name it something epic.
I know. It's so weird.
I bet he keeps it polished too.
Okay. So, ladies, if you could woman-splain something to the men of the world, what would it be? What would you love to woman-splain away to all of us men watching?
You get this one started.
Okay. Well, men, let me butch-splain something to you first of all, okay? The vagina is strong. So stop talking about being weak in relation to a vagina. If your nads could take anything close to what the vagina has taken in a month, then, I'll give you some credit. But until then, just slow your roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're trying to tell me that your hole is stronger than my
shaft
and balls combined.
Is that what you're trying to tell me?
That's it.
I think Betty White said it best when she said, I don't know why guys call each other a pussy as a form of weakness. She's like, because she's like, a pussy can take a pounding. You even flick a ball, guys are like, like,
that's what's up.
Real.
So, what am I supposed to do with this knowledge? Okay, yeah, your pussy is tougher than my shaft. So what?
So grow a pair of ovaries, son.
Yes.
Yes, queen. Yes, queen. Yes.
Miss Asher, what would you like to share with the men of the world right now?
Well, I was going to tag on to that we need to stop. You guys need to stop saying to grow balls. Like, those are the most fragile part of a man. Like, if you really want to be strong and tough, do something like a lady would do. Like, I mean, you can't raise your children.
Child, raise a family.
All of those things.
Chop off a dick.
When you say grow a pair, it's grow a pair of ovaries.
Yeah.
Mama Nina, do you agree? My mama Nina's in the day. She's like, I'm not listening. You said ovaries. I'm not listening. La, la, la.
I think she'd be on our side.
She is. She totally is. My mom's favorite expression is like, I love it. She's like, my balls are the strongest ever. I keep them in my purse. My balls is stronger than your balls. They in my purse. And then what was the other one? Oh yeah.
When you look for them and they find them, they are
so when you find your balls, tell me so I can tie your penis in a knot. Gotta love my mom.
Is that that's an old Russian proverb? Like
Maria de la Ghetto. No, our balls are fragile, but not as much as our egos. True.
Damn. That is 100.
So
well said, Ray Turner.
That is why I love the Misfit Toys Comedy Studio, because we work together as women without ego. Nothing keeps you from success like ego. And I wish that I could explain that to myself, because that's where I get hurt the most, is in my ego. Like it hurts me. But Maria, what would you love to womansplain to the men of the world watching?
Oh man, there's so many things. I'm gonna try and maybe do something a little bit lighter. Let's do maybe not. I don't know. Oh,
we don't need to protect them.
I know. I'm like, maybe no. I don't even know why I'm trying. Emotional labor.
So that's like giving birth to an emotion?
No. So when guys try to do the whole so in a relationship, in a traditional heteronormative relationship, you have the husband and a wife, and if the husband is the breadwinner, he goes out, he makes the bacon, brings the bacon home, and the woman cooks it. You know what I'm saying? But men have this idea that women just hang out at home all day and do their hair and do their nails and watch TV and eat bonbons. Like, no. And if you have kids, even more so. Like, there is just as much mental and emotional labor as having a 9-to-5 job, if not more, because if you have kids, you have to deal with kids all day and you don't usually get a break. Whereas if you're making money, leaving the house from 9 to 5 to make the money, then you get to.
There's a lot of talking, and I don't understand anything.
Yeah, that's every man ever said. Every man ever.
I'm speaking for all the menses in the world.
All the mensals.
What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
Take more initiative and help out a little bit with the home
You tried to
stuff.
take the initiative and then came to hashtag me too.
Wrong initiative. Wrong one. Once again,
Explain it to me. I don't understand.
you get to leave the house and interact with adults for 8 hours a day.
Not that way. What do you want me to do?
When you come home, you don't get to just kick off your shoes and relax your feet, party on down to the Escape beat. No, you don't just get to kick it. Okay.
But I made the money. I'm paying the bills. I got you a car. I'm paying for the kids.
No, because you know what? Guess who pays the bills? You made the money, but who's running the accounts? Who's making sure all the bills get paid? Who's making breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Who's washing your clothes, cleaning the house, making sure the kids are fed, clothed, bathed? Who's the tutor? Who's doing all that shit?
Okay.
Oh,
So you want project manager credits?
Oh my God.
Is that I don't know?
These earrings about to come off. I'm about to fight somebody.
Is that okay? No. You deserve some project manager credits.
It's not just credit.
Maria, you know how we explain this?
Please tell me.
Yeah, with paper clawing at your vagina.
No, here's how we deal with this as women. We go on strike.
Or we just become lesbians.
And then you have 2 people cleaning the house.
So wait a minute. So bros, but this is serious because we got a lot of dudes watching from all over the world. And we seriously do not know what you're talking about. How can we credit you for the work that you do at home? What do we do?
You help out in the
How?
labor. Help out with your kids' homework when you come home from work. Pick up your shit off the floor. Wash the dishes without having to be told. When you come home, you don't get to just shut off because women, moms especially, moms and wives, never get to shut off. Never. So when you come home,
my head hurts so bad.
exactly.
My head hurts so bad.
Men cannot grasp this concept. I read an article. Here's the perfect. I read an article where a woman
can't read.
See, I don't even know what happened. Like, where did we all go wrong? You know what
How
I'm
about
saying?
this? Each of you ladies, give the men of the world 3 things that they can do to show that they respect, honor, and cherish you. What are 3 things that they can do to show you that they respect, honor, and cherish the work that you do at home and for them?
If I may. I would say, first of all, every person has a different love language and how they want to receive their appreciation.
Oh!
So first and foremost,
this makes
be aware of your person and respond to them in a way that will make them feel loved and appreciated, because there is no blanket statement for this. And a way of doing that could be, as an example, literally just saying, thank you. I appreciate what you've done.
You know what? That's very true. And ladies that are watching, if you just say thank you to us, we will do anything for you. And it's so silly, but we just want to hear a little thank you. And I know that you want to hear the thank you first, but if you give us the thank you first, we're going to do a lot for you later. Trust me.
Probably not as much as we do, but sure.
I don't think this is an even bargain.
Like this is the balance. So, Asher, go.
Yeah. I love what Maria said. I think part of what men need to do is stop asking women what they need to do, because that's also part of emotional labor. That's
If
what it is.
Ask you, then I don't fucking want it anymore.
It shouldn't be the woman's job to tell the men in their lives to do the dishes, to be aware of their surroundings and what needs to be done. That's what a mom does, not a partner, not a girlfriend, spouse, whatever. You know,
I feel like you're talking to me right now.
yeah.
And like, to be fair, you know, it's in relationships, gay or straight, I'm sure that happens. You know, there's always that one who's a little bit more of like the homemaker and the one who's a little bit more like career oriented, which is totally fine, you know, but it's all about meeting in the middle. And like love languages, I just started learning about that. Like I've heard of it, but then once I started reading about the different love languages, like the 5 love languages, it's insane because that makes such a huge difference. Like a friend of mine was telling me how her boyfriend likes to just go have her come with him to go like grocery shopping or go shop at Target. Whereas she's not that big on it. She just wants to get her shit and go.
Like her boyfriend likes to go to the glory hole.
No, not at all. Because he is very comfortable in his sexuality. He has no issues. That's who he is. And that's also another stigma, Iggy, another stigma. See? Another stereotype, because he likes to shop, whereas she does not. She's just like, I just want to get my shit and go. Like, why do I gotta like hang out with you while you go buy some toothpaste? But for him, it's about time spent with him.
Okay.
And the other way around for her, I believe hers was I think like acts of kindness or something.
So can I put my boy hat back on? I'm getting exhausted being the male archetype for all of mankind.
It's an exhausting job, I'm sure.
Like, this is literally, look at this. This is COVID's fault. Like, this is happening. I went from like a cute gay boy to like a straight mountain man, and like this is not.
But isn't that like what gay boys love? Is like the lumberjack guy?
Yeah. No.
Gay men basically love lesbians. Like,
yeah. Basically, like I'm like a week away from becoming Cassidy.
can we trade hair? Because I
know, right? That damn hair is just luscious.
Like, they're crying about it. I'm like, please give me that head of hair. I would turn it into a sexy mohawk. It would be so fun.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna break it down. Okay, there are 5 languages of love. Okay, the number 1 language of love, okay, is touch. Not sex, but touch. It's hugs, it's kisses, it's caresses. And the way that you know what your language of love is that when we go over these 5, if I subtract 1 from your life and then you can't live without it, that's your language of love. We all love all of the languages, but there's one that fills up your tank. There's one that you can't live without. And that's how you know what your language is. And so the first one is touch. That was mine. When I come home, I need a hug, I need a kiss, I need I need physical touch. Number 2, compliments. Thank you, baby. You cute. You nice. I appreciate that you do, just verbal compliments. Number 3, service. This was my ex-boyfriend's language of love, which was so bizarre to me. If I wanted to get my sucked, I knew that I would have to take out the trash, pick up his dry cleaning, walk the dog. If I did the service to him, that was wrong.
Yeah.
To me, I'm like, I can wash my own dishes. What I can't do is suck my own dick. Like, I don't understand.
Well, then it
that
was
service
for you, Iggy.
That whole situation.
Dishes, get some head.
It's bizarre, but it's
that whole situation is like women at home. It's like wives. If a man were to do all those things without having it, it'd be the same way. Like they wouldn't have to ask for sex or imply that they want sex. Women would be like, "You did the dishes today, baby? Come on, let's go," and just bend right over. Like it's so easy.
Yeah,
it's so easy to understand.
Physical contact, compliments, service. The next one, gifts. Not big gifts, but little gifts. Yes, my mom. It's time for tequila. No. Okay, Mom. Thank you. That's called service. I love you, Mom.
That's a gift right there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Physical contact. Okay. Compliments, service, and little gifts. So when my ex-husband, before that ex, he loved the little gifts. I would put little notes in his sock in his suitcases that would say, you know, kill it, baby. Or I would leave like a little like flower in his thing, like little surprise gifts in the thing. So when he went on his business trips, he would know that I was thinking of him. And those little gifts, those resonated with him. And then the fifth one is quality time, not just hanging out on the sofa, but let's go on a walk. Let's go to a museum. Let's have a conversation.
Go to Target.
Yes, that's me.
Oh my God, you girls are so
Target specifically.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. That's lesbianic. So let's go over this really quick. What are the 5 languages of love? Cassidy Asher, give them back to me.
Acts of service, words of affirmation, quality time, touch, and gifts.
Yes. Ask your partner what is their language of love? What resonates with them? I'm all about touch. I don't need you to do my dishes or pick up my dry cleaning. I need you to give me a hug. So stop doing the dishes expecting me to be happy.
Yeah, I want to add on to this too, because people also have their preferred way of giving love. And like, so for me, I love to give people gifts. Like it brings me joy. But, you know, whenever my partner doesn't get that, you know, that's not her preferred love.
50 bow ties. She doesn't need any more.
You can actually keep giving with bow ties.
She's a strong, independent woman. She's
so cute, that bow tie.
I'll still take them though, you know.
No, but like what I'm getting at is just because we naturally have a way of giving love, when you really care about someone, you find a way to match them. And, you know, even though gifting makes me feel good, I need to spend quality time with her for her to receive the love that I'm trying to give. So it's just being aware of your partner.
And we can't operate on empty. And that's the thing. And when these languages of love, they're the fuel. So if I run on ethanol and you're filling me with diesel, we gonna have problems. So stop filling my tank with diesel when I run on ethanol. And that's what that's what we're trying to explain to that is, if someone explained that to me early on in my relationships, I think I probably wouldn't be divorced so many times. Genuinely, like I just assumed, and I think that's a common human assumption, that everyone is like me. Everyone feels like me, that everybody wants like me, that everybody's tank fills up like mine. And that's actually not the case. So Maria, what is your language of love?
Oh, touch for sure. That's number 1.
What's up?
You better bend me over real quick, like just all day, every day.
All 3 of you.
We're about to have an Iggy Maria Cassidy cuddle puddle.
Yeah.
And I love cuddles. I'm such a cuddle bug. Like,
yeah, me
squishy
too.
I am. Of course I want to cuddle. Something as squishy and big as me. I'm one big beanbag. You feel me? Like, of course I want to cuddle.
Flying out to the West Coast just for this cuddle puddle. That's what
I want all the cuddles, you know?
Yes.
Asher, what is your language of love?
Quality time. Quality time is definitely mine. But also, again, I'm an introvert. So give me quality time and then promptly leave.
So let's define, because not a lot of people actually understand the definition of introvert and extrovert. What does that mean? Introvert versus extrovert. Now,
for me, it's like I love being around people, but eventually it gets a little draining, right? So despite me loving like my friends and being out and about, I need to recoup back at home by myself and doing like an activity that I really enjoy to feel energized. It's what gives me energy is being alone.
Okay, well, that's the key. What gives you energy?
Alone time.
Thank you. So if you're an introvert, you fill up your tank, you fill up your battery by being alone, by doing things on your own. And Cassidy, as an extrovert, how do you recharge?
So I recharge by just being around people. Talking to people helps whenever I can't physically be around them. And like once I'm totally maxed out on that, which is hard to get to, then I feel
kiss again. Like, do we need to do the kiss cam one more time to fill up Cassidy's like?
yes.
Just one more time.
I love my touch
One more
code.
kiss cam. Just one more kiss. Just one. Yeah. Okay. See, Cassidy's already up at the, and you know what? As Cassidy's battery filled up, Asher's is like, oh my god, I'm getting.
She has a little reserve tank just for Cassidy.
It's true.
Oh,
It's like a Tic Tac container size.
How do you find a happy medium when the way that you recharge drains your partner?
Friendship. Seriously, I really love the time that I get with my friends because, you know, I can go. Here's the thing. We're totally cool going and doing things by ourselves. So if Asher wants to stay at home or go to the beach or whatever, she goes and does her thing and I can go and do mine. Like, we have a very secure relationship. So, you know, that's how we balance it.
So I always explained it as the metaphor of the tree in the forest or the pillars of the Parthenon. You together stand apart, but you hold up something greater, but you're not the same. You stand apart and then together you hold up something greater than you can do on your own. So understanding that there is a me and there is a we in the relationship. And
I think
so
that's why a lot.
the first thing, because you girls have been together for a second, and a lot of us who are watching want to know what the secret sauce is. So number one, understand your partner's language of love. Number two, understand the me versus the we. Is that right?
Yeah. And number 3 is separate bathrooms.
You ain't lying.
That makes a lot of sense.
I know a lot of female-male relationships, or what do you call it? I don't know.
Heteronormative.
That just sounds,
They don't function like that. That's for damn sure.
I understand that. But
Hence why I'm single.
so if I'm a heterosexual watching this, why does it, you're both girls, why do you need your own bathroom? You're both girls.
Because, I mean, you just need your own private space. I mean,
look at us. Do we look like we behave the same way?
Who has more makeup?
I have
who
more,
what?
I have more makeup. Cassidy has more hair products.
Okay, we're
Hers
gonna
is
ask
like
a
all
question.
over.
You girls can't look at each other, and you have to raise the hand when I ask you the question. Okay, ready? Okay, and you have to point at the person. Okay, who has more makeup? Who takes more time in the shower? Who eats more?
It depends on what it is.
Better massages.
Who what?
Gives
Like-
better massages.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Who gets jealous? Who loves the dogs more? And who travels better? What is your secret to traveling, Miss Cassidy? That puts a lot of stress on a relationship. That traveling puts a lot of stress. Maria, when was the last time you went traveling? And what was because I know, girl, you are a nomad. And I know you're like going from place to place to place to place. I want Cassidy, Asher, I want you to think about the last time you traveled and the problems that happened and ensued. And Maria, I want you to tell us what is your secret travel song?
I pack a backpack, like a giant, like I have it over there. It's like a backpack with 1,000 compartments. I can fit a few days worth of clothes there. If I'm going somewhere for just a week or two, even longer, depending where I'm going, I have one backpack with everything. If I'm bringing a suitcase, it's my carry-on and my backpack, and that's it. I love to travel.
You're the minimalist. Get the
total minimalist.
bare essentials.
Yes. I mean, like, I have everything travel size because I have a lot of skincare. The skin does not just look flawless on its own. I mean, it does, but I help it. But I definitely, I'm very meticulous. Like, I just make sure it all can fit in a bag. And that's it. Like, I hate traveling with a bunch of shit and like, oh my God, because I just want to go. Let's go now.
Okay, see, I'm the opposite. Like, I like options. And I will pay for the porter. I'm like, all of these 6 bags, they are mine. Here's the extra $20. Just make it fit on the plane. The extra seat. Like, I need options. I can't decide today what I'm gonna wear next. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, I need options. So, Cassidy, Asher, when have you come into a travel?
Well, I will tell you what I think is our biggest travel headbutt.
I know what it is.
Yes, I am an absolute freak about our schedule.
Oh.
Just for the actual traveling part. I want to get to the airport an hour and a half early, 2 hours early, great. But like, I will have a freaking panic attack if we are like getting close. Like, if we're getting to the line and we only have 30 minutes to get to
My mom is
security.
laughing hysterically. She's like us, we arrived just when the plane is closing.
Yeah, no, I would lose my mind. And Asher's like, we'll get there.
I've never had a problem
Hold
with
the
it.
plane for us. We're white.
I'm just like, well, it'll be fine.
Yeah, no, and I'm in line like sweating, about to cry. Like,
Oh my God.
that's my thing. Yeah.
Oh, but let me tell you the ironic part about this, because it's so true. She has to get there like 2 days before our flight departs. But she's also the one that forgets to pack the chargers, your like toothbrush, toothpaste. So I'm the one that's like, I've got a suitcase packed a week before we go. It's got like everything. And Cassie's like, we need to go right now. And then just forgets everything.
Yeah, I packed my suitcase like basically while we're walking out the door. I one time took a week-long trip to Louisiana and forgot all of my socks and underwear.
That's good that you went to Louisiana. They don't really wear socks and underwear in Louisiana.
They don't. It was fine.
That's true.
So where was the last place you went
I think
before COVID?
yeah,
Where was
I think
the
the
place you
last place
went?
I went was Louisiana.
Yeah, but she went separate from me. Oh, the last place that we went together was Austin, Texas.
Yeah, that's right. We went to Austin.
You went to Austin, Texas, where they keep it weird. Maria de la Ghetto, where was the last place you went before COVID?
Like my big trip, the last one was Seattle. I kind of go back and forth there a lot because I have a couple of sisters that live out there. So I usually always travel with my backpack and I'm good to go. I love Seattle. It's a lot of fun.
I love Seattle.
Beautiful. I'm due for a trip.
Has the largest integrated park system in the United States.
Whoa.
You can ride your bicycle for miles and miles and miles all through the entire city. It's the largest integrated park system in all of the United States.
Oh, wow. I didn't know.
Go city planners. Yeah. I've had sexy time with the city planners of Seattle.
Of course.
Shocking. I am so surprised.
That's how I know all my tidbits is like firsthand knowledge. Thank you, Grindr. Thank you, Grindr. Forget Wikipedia. Grindr is the way to get knowledge.
Yeah, there's like a swing set named after Iggy in some random part.
Probably. I would not be surprised one bit. This is the LoveSky swing set.
Did you know that Igor Sikorsky was the inventor of the helicopter?
Say what?
Igor Sikorsky was the inventor of the helicopter.
Oh.
And there is a Sikorsky Park in Seattle.
Coincidence?
I don't think so. So when COVID is lifted and we can all travel where we want to go, where are we going?
To get some dick. I mean, that came out way too fast. Sorry. I'm dying.
True.
She's just gonna walk off. She's gonna walk off, look at me and be like, I'm done with you, bitch. You have done nothing for me. Even just like sexy time by myself, I'm just like, what's the point? Fucking who
No.
cares?
We need to get you a better vibrator, girl.
Still, nope. Jesus. Nope.
If it doesn't have can I ask a personal question, ladies?
Yeah, I mean, this is live, but sure.
Yeah, why not? Only thousands of people are watching.
Do your sexy toys have a 3-prong ground?
Is
I'm
it
not-
named
no.
Mr. Bunny Rabbit?
Do they have the
I know what you're talking about, but no.
no amateurs? Amateurs.
Okay, for real though, so like obviously Iggy was making a nice little sexual innuendo there, but the wands that actually plug into the wall, that's the most terrifying invention.
It is. It's scary.
It's so scary. I'm not trying to electrocute my lady bits.
No.
Bro, Hitachi makes vibrators. So I mean, if that's that industrial, I mean, bravo to Hitachi. I had a guy who had one for me, and I was like, wow, that is.
And Asher, where are you going? I'm going to show you a little special surprise. I'll be right back. But where are you going after COVID? Let's hear it.
Ireland.
Discuss.
Ireland, yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping you
Oh
would
my
say
god,
that
I
too.
want to go.
I've never been. We've been
Me
like
either.
we wanted to do that for our 5-year anniversary, which is in August.
Oh my god,
but
how cute.
yeah, that probably won't happen though with COVID. So
Yeah.
Well, tell me,
so-
can I be a third wheel? And by third wheel, I mean we'll just go together, and then we can just totally to whoever. I just want to sleep my way through Ireland. That's all I want to.
yeah,
all across.
you're invited
yeah.
for sure.
So I heard Ireland. Is that right?
Say what?
Yeah, I heard Ireland.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep.
I'll never forget the day I made out with an Irish guy. It was great. It was like 10, 15 years ago. I was living so I lived in the Imperial Valley, which is like the armpit, the devil's armpit is what we like to call it. It's the last city. It's the last county before Mexico or Mexicali. And in that county, there's a Navy base. That a lot of the British, like Royal Army and things like that, go for training because it's the same climate as like Afghanistan and all that. And so every year they come through, and I'm just like, oh my god, hey, how you doing? So there's one guy named Ande. I was like, what? I asked his name 3 times, and every time he was like, Ande, and I'm like, what?
Irish
I was
people
like,
don't shut their
what?
mouths when they speak.
No, it was
Game of
such a
Thrones?
heavy accent. And so finally I was like, spell it. And he's like, A-N-D-Y. And I was like, Andy? He's like, yeah, Andy. And I was like, whatever. And then we made out. And it was
Craziness.
like,
Ray Turner is inviting you girls to Wales.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
All right, Ray Turner.
oh, I'm down.
Yeah.
From what I understand, that's like the ethnic part of the UK. Is that not Ray?
That's what I heard. That's what it seems like. Because y'all be
That's what I
tan and
heard.
shit, you know what I'm saying?
I'm ignorant. I don't know. Right?
Same. I don't know.
Okay. This is a 3-prong. Do you see that? This is the ground.
Oh,
Yep.
that's a Hitachi. Mhm.
You see that? Okay. You plug this in to the 3-prong thing. So
I'm
I
afraid of what's on the other end of that.
Yeah, for real. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh dear.
Definitely don't put that on your vagina. Don't do that. Ow.
and then you can
Looks like it's like
on with the get in there, make it happen.
Oh my god. What's it called when you get on the bowl and you like that's
It's called
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
those are so fun. I rode one in Mexicali one time. My titty popped out. It was great. At a gay bar of all places.
That boy, he left skid. He ran out the house. He was like, "I'm not ready. I'm not ready." And I was like, "What? I thought it was Gay Tuesday. What's wrong?" What?
He's bringing power tools into the bedroom.
I was like, "What? Do you not know? Okay, Ryobi, what?"
He's got the power drill with the attachment at the end, just spinning around. The guy's like, pineapple.
Safe word. Is that your safety word too?
No, that's Kevin Hart's safety word.
Oh my god, that's my safety word.
Oh my god.
You girls have a safety word? Cassidy, Asher, do you have a safety word?
I can't say it. Something's happening right now.
I think it's important as a comedian to have a safety word. And when I do my comedy sets, because I do a lot of corporate comedy, I tell all the, like, and I usually use a safety word that's like, you know, banana, plantain. They usually pick it, but it's usually banana or plantain. And that way it gives the audience the power to veto what you're saying. So whatever you say, go, okay, if I cross the hurt line, just tell me. And it's so cute when they're like, banana. And I'm like, really? Stinky Pinky that's the hurt line? What?
Really? Fisting? That's the hurt line? Gosh. So 1950s.
I have to go back to the 10-yard line. I didn't know I crossed anything.
I haven't even like thrown the ball or anything yet. Jesus.
You girls are stand-up comedians. You've been performing for a second. And what is the one thing that you love about comedy? And what is the one thing that you, I don't want to say hate, but what is the most challenging? So what is the thing that fills you up the most? And what is the thing that deplenishes you?
I'll go. So I think it's good and bad. It like fills me up. It also is a challenge that when you're at the mic, like it's all you, like your successes, your failures, like it's all you. But at the same time, it's really, if you're doing it, you know, well, there's no right way, I guess, to do it. But if you're doing it the way that we're doing it now, you're not alone in the sense of your comedy if you build your tribe. So
explain this, because I'm going to give a little secret. You girls are Misfit toys. We are all Misfit toys. And I teach transformative comedy and a different way to do comedy. I've been doing this for 20 years, and I'm not saying there's a right and wrong way, but there's a fulfilling way to do it. And you mentioned something that really it really just triggered something in me. And what you just said is so important, is about the tribe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So for me, it's like when I'm up there, I can count on someone who is watching this, who believes in me, and who's also going to be honest with me and give me real feedback. And that I can, whether I did really great or had opportunities, that I can, you know, get that feedback and learn from it and grow. Because every time you get up to the mic, you know, it's not, when your set's over, like that's not it. That's just the beginning of the next day. So,
So it's not about the set.
it's about the journey. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We got an enlightened lesbian here telling us how to live life.
Be honest, okay?
Somebody's figured it out. Okay, respect. Miss Asher, what would you say?
My favorite thing about comedy is that moment where you're performing and you kind of forget that you're performing, and it's like this symbiotic relationship with the audience. It's like things click and you can kind of feel what they're gonna like, how they're gonna react. It's a really cool, it's like flow. Have you heard of that theory, flow, where you get so invested in something that you forget about everything else that's going on?
Yeah,
I've never heard of it, but I mean, I've experienced it. Maybe not with comedy.
Look it up. It's one of the theories. But anyway, when I get into my flow on stage.
I
have that app.
The crux of Buddhism is teaching you how to be in the moment, because that is the only true and honest experience. Because the future, we don't know what will happen. And the past is tainted with our experience and our perspective. And the only honest part of life is now. And what you're talking about is living in that moment and being one with the moment and being in that present moment with that audience. And that is magical. And when you turn off all of the voices that fast forward you to the future or that rewind you to the past, and you can stay in the now, that's magical. And I completely understand exactly what you're talking about. So if you're able to do that, and not only by yourself, but you're able to do that on stage with hundreds of people, and they're in the moment as well, how powerful is that? That's amazing. I mean, that's why we do what we do. That's absolutely amazing.
Right. Yeah. And like Cassidy said, you can't get to that point without your tribe, without your group of people supporting you, lifting you up, giving you honest feedback and constructive criticism.
So, Maria, do you have a tribe?
I do now, thanks to you. Honestly.
So people, because I always ask people this question, does Beyonce write all her own music?
Has she ever?
That
question.
What's up? What's up? Is that a relative of yours?
Yeah, it's my sister. My big sister.
Congrats to the sister. What's up?
What up, Courtney? I love you.
Is she part of your tribe?
Yeah, she's my tribe.
Good.
Maybe not so much for comedy, but she's definitely part of my tribe.
The emotional tribe.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, Maria, we were just saying, does Beyonce write her own songs?
No.
No. Cassidy, Asher, does she coordinate and choreograph her own dance moves?
No.
So, does Louis C.K. and Seinfeld and Ellen DeGeneres, do they write their own?
I doubt it.
I don't think so.
I mean,
No.
which doesn't
Not
mean
anymore.
running the show and, you know, they might be the primary writer for their material, but like you don't get there like just totally solo. Like, I mean,
so how do you become a superstar? You build a tribe. You create a family. It takes a tribe. You want to be successful in this world, you cannot do it alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how many times I've seen comedians and other creative people in this world trying to just do it on their own, and they just fail because they refuse to build their tribe. And I think it's so important that you ladies brought that up, and that if you want to be successful, you need to surround yourself with successful people, and you need to build that tribe. You need to build your team.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way that you will rise. That's the only way that you will succeed, is with that team. And I think that's just awesome that you mentioned that off the cuff, because I think that's such an integral piece of being successful in anything that you do. And
Right.
I know that you ladies are also corporate girls during the day.
Mm-hmm.
yep.
And do you have a team on the corporate side?
Absolutely. I mean, for me, I do. And I've been through times where I didn't have that, and it made my work life so much harder. And it was such a relief even to just be able to talk through something with someone who actually understands what you're trying to get at and give you feedback. And it just makes a complete 360 difference.
So why do you think comedians specifically think that they can do it on their own, or that they're less than if they have a coach or a teacher or a sounding board or a co-writer? Why is there a stigma in the comedy world about having a team, or people try to downplay it or pretend that doesn't exist? Why is that?
Well, I think it's because you see a comedian on stage by themselves. So a lot of people think that's all it takes is this one person, which is not true, because behind that person is a bunch of writers, a bunch of people who are like punching up their jokes, giving them feedback, going over their videos, everything, and like a marketing team and all kinds of stuff. But you don't see those people on stage with that comic. So it can get kind of lost in translation, I think.
It's kind of like that Wizard of Oz thing where it's like what's going on behind the curtain.
Totally.
And you said something you said called punching up. Maria, what does that mean for those who aren't in the comedy world? What does that mean to punch up?
Just to like add
Is that,
tags.
is that an abusive relationship?
Oh
No.
no.
It's not like this.
What does that mean to punch up?
I mean, you just add to your joke. So, you call me add tags. So if you say like a punchline, you add something else to kind of emphasize what you just said. And, it just adds more to the, it makes it funnier, and people are agreeing with you. So then you're like adding to that, and yeah, just gives it a little extra oomph.
Love it. She's like, "Wah." And Maria, what is the most draining part of comedy? What part is the most taxing for you? Where you've been like, gosh darn it, why am I doing this? What has been the hardest part of the comedy journey for you? Because you are a hilarious woman. Like, you bring down the house. And I know so many people, when they watch you, they're just like, oh my God, how does she do it? She's so amazing. She's so funny. She's
Well, honestly, decompressing. I'm actually like, on top of course, my tribe, like, I have a lot of help from you, from the Misfit Toys, like writing groups. I never even thought about doing writing groups before I met you, because number one, it's really hard on the comedy scene as not only a woman of color, a big girl. So I have all these things that I'm just like, it makes me stand out, which is great in the entertainment business. But it also kind of feels like it isolates you, because people sometimes don't, approach you as easily because you don't fit in quite anywhere. And so, yeah, it was a little hard to find my tribe. And then honestly, once Zoom stuff started happening and I met you, I found like a lot of like-minded women, especially in comedy. And that really helped me, because I get really in my head. Like I get anxiety. Like I'm very much an introverted extrovert. Like, I love being in front of people. I love hanging
You're
out.
like the if Cassidy and Asher had a baby.
Yep, absolutely.
It would be Mexican Filipino hilarious.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I found my lesbian parts. Oh my God, I know. But honestly, I understand both sides. Like, I do draw my energy from people, but I also, once I'm done, I am done, and you need to leave me alone. I'm shutting off. No one, I don't care who's calling. I put that on do not disturb, and that's it. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that's a big challenge, is the anxiety sometimes getting in my head. It's not like I don't feel confident in my abilities, but I like anyone else, I get in my head, I get anxious, and then I'm like, what if I bomb? It's the end of my career. So
The question I get all the time as a comedy coach, and I coach corporate, private, I run the Misfit Toys. I get this question all the time. How do you handle bombing? What do you do to keep from bombing? What would you say to that? Asher, Cassidy, how do you handle bombing?
I don't know. Just like be a part of the freaking explosion. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, call it.
Part of the explosion.
yeah.
What does that? Break that down for me, Asher. What does that mean? Be a part of the explosion.
I mean, you need to call it. If your audience
Call it. For people who are not comic oriented, what does that mean to call it?
It means say the thing that you're thinking, or that you think the audience is thinking, and be like, hey, oh, you didn't like that? And then address it, and then move on to the next thing. Or make a joke out of it.
Do you agree with that? Maria, do you agree with that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was literally, that was my answer, was just move on, just keep going. And that's even better, like calling it. You can either just keep on moving on to the next joke, but putting that in between of like acknowledging it is so much better. Like, yeah, just be like, oh, okay, so I guess nobody likes to do that either. Great. And then, move along. You can't dwell on it. You can't just like get stuck and be like, oh shit, just keep on moving forward.
Yeah.
Well, and the crowd responds to honesty. Like,
Be honest,
yeah.
acknowledge it,
Mhm.
and move on. But you got to be honest about what just happened. You got to call it, which is be present in the moment, and then go, great, the show's not over, we're going to keep going. But not a lot of people have the courage to be that emotionally honest and present in the moment, and they pretend that elephant in the room isn't there. And what happens when you ignore the elephant in the room?
It
Get
sits on
trampled.
you.
You get trampled. That's called bombing. Getting trampled by your inability to acknowledge the moment. And that is bombing. So the secret sauce for everybody that's watching is be present, be emotionally honest, call it, own it. Don't run away, but be like, yeah, I just said yellow is the most disgusting color in the world, and half the audience is wearing yellow. Jeez. Thank you, Benetton. That's so true. That is so true. Before we go, ladies, do you have anything coming up that we need to tell our fans about?
Yeah, we have a show on Saturday, Misfit Toys. And Maria is going to be on there, Cassidy and myself, and Iggy. So.
Give us the detail. I'm just the glue that keep like these brick walls. I'm just the mortar. You girls are the bricks. You girls are the walls. I'm just the glue. So we got a show coming up this Saturday, 7:00 Pacific Standard. Please go to any of our socials and we will get you tickets. It is honestly the funniest show online right now. It's amazing. We sold out the last show. It was incredible. You girls bring down the house every single time. Maria just left us to have a snack because that's
sorry, no.
Girl, gonna eat on her own time. She's like, okay, you can't see how the size of my Cheeto bag. I'm gonna just turn this.
Maria, you got some Oreos, girl? Hook it up.
I'm sorry. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all
I
hear
can
me?
hear you. I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what happened. You know, I mean, it is almost my snack time. I'm not gonna
That's
lie.
what I said, girl. That's what I said.
I don't know what happened.
Cassidy,
Call
Ash.
1-800-LESBIAN. They'll come fix it for you.
I love it.
Oh, great.
For everybody that is watching, what is that one little piece, that one little takeaway that you could give to all of our fans that are watching from all over the world that you wish that they could remember, that you wish you could tell yourself way back when? What is the one takeaway that you want to share with all of our fans, all of our guests?
I was going to say, be kind to yourself and, not just
That's a good one
that you do. So that inner dialogue, the inner voice that you have, make sure that the things that you're saying to yourself, it's like you would want to be friends with that person. So you're your own worst critic most of the time. And we need to do a better job as a society of getting past that and being kinder to ourselves. Being
kind and making friends with your critic. I think that's really strong. Cassidy.
I guess I would say the world will do its damnedest to put you in a box and to slap a label on you. A lot of labels.
Like boxes.
Look, all the boxes, okay? They're going to build a warehouse full of yous, and you don't have to be that. Like, rip off the label, break out of the box, and shine.
I love it. Maria, what is the takeaway from today's show that you would love to give everybody who's watching? One thing to remember, one thing to just think about till we get, together next week.
Just like same thing, like just to piggyback off of that, just, be unapologetically you. Like, I don't know. I'm sure many women especially have heard this, like, oh, she's too much. She's too this. She's too that. So what? Ike? Like, I'm too big. I'm too loud. I'm too hungry. Like, oh, well, like there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with it's just be you. And that's because no one else is going to be you. And just love yourself. Like they said, just love yourself. Be kind to yourself. I completely 100% like that's the best you can do for yourself.
I love it.
Maria, I want to be your best friend because I know you have snacks.
Yes, please. Oh my God, I love I will share all the snacks. Oh my God, yes, please. I'm always in San Diego, by the way. So
you get the snack, we'll bring the bow tie. It'll be
oh my God. Literally, as soon as the show started, you popped on. I was like, oh my God, her bow tie is so cute. I'm not even kidding. That was the first thing that popped in my head.
Thank you.
Love it.
We'll cuddle afterward. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Ladies, this has just been such a pleasure, such an honor. I I'm sweating from joy. This has been.
I got the boob sweat too. It's okay.
This Saturday, July 25th, Misfit Toys. Go on Eventbrite. Meet us on social media. We got Iggy LoveSky, at Maria de la Ghetto, Cassidy and Asher. Please tell our fans, what is your social?
You can find me on Instagram at Queer Butch Cassidy.
Queer Butch Cassidy. And Asher?
The Asher Mac on Instagram.
Asher Mac. I love it. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We will see you hopefully Saturday at 7 Pacific Standard, and if not, next Thursday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you so much.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.